In a groovy little corner of Eastern Europe, we found a sweet place that we think is really dope.
Been here for a while, so we're singing you a song to share with you our trials from being here so long.
In Ukraine, in Ukraine. Oh. Taught kids English in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Ran a summer camp in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Swam in a river in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Drank lots of vodka in Ukraine, in Ukraine. Learned to say no in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Enjoyed tea and chocolate in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Petting a goat in my village of KO.
Stood by a fountain in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Petting a calf in my village of KO.
Chasing after ponies in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Learn to cook in Ukraine, in Ukraine. Set myself on fire in Ukraine, in Ukraine. Called PCMO in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Ate ramen noodles in Kharkov in Ukraine.
Ate samichki in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Saw gorgeous sunsets in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Bought lots of train tickets.
In Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Slept on trains in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Surfed marshutkas in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Went to the park in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Went shashliking in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Made many friends in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
I learned English in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Crossed bridges in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Froze our butts off in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Drank delicious coffee in Lviv, in Lviv.
Drank instant coffee in Lugansk, in Ukraine.
Swung into a river in Ukraine.
Hung out with Lenin in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Taras Shevchenko! In Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Danced to Beyonce in Ukraine, in Ukraine. Kicking a keg in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Made friends with spiders in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Drank lots of fast in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Wore a gas mask in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Launched nuclear missiles from Ukraine, from Ukraine.
Saw cool churches in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Made this movie in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Going to extend in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
But now we're going home from Ukraine, from Ukraine.
But we had a great time in Ukraine, in Ukraine.
Give it a hug.
Its penis is touching my
I don't think we can put that in the video.